Hi, I'm Carmen Chammas. I'm your astrologer. Today I will talk about Wednesday, the 17th of June. Today we have a very special day. We have the moon in Cancer and then we have the moon in Leo. So let me explain something about this day. Wednesday, the 17th, we have the moon in Cancer, a water sign, till 12 noon universal time. This makes this period of time very special, very important, very lucky, let's say. Easygoing. For the water signs, we're talking about Cancer, we're talking about Scorpio, Pisces in the second place, Taurus, and Virgo. It can be restless for Capricorn, Aries, Libra, and also for Leo. Starting noon, universal time, the moon moves to Leo and everything changes. Here, everything starts to look better, definitely, greatly even for the fire signs. Here we're talking about Leo, also Aries and Sagittarius in the second place, Gemini, also Libra, and restless, that will be for Aquarius, also Taurus, Scorpio, and also for Virgo. So basically, please listen to the details in order to decide how you want to move on with this day. You get all the astrological advice in order to get or live through a beautiful day, no matter what time it is, because sometimes you cannot choose the time of the meeting or the task that we need to do. So let's hear the details for each and every sign. Aries, of course, the effects of the moon in Aries in Cancer can be a little bit tense, not much, because the general ambiance is great for Cancer, is for Aries, no problem. But when the moon moves to Leo, that's great, because this moon actually will amplify, will empower your energy with a trine. So definitely you'll have a big chance of getting things right and good. And we can also add the trine from Venus, which is also in Leo. So somehow everything will turn out to be super perfect as soon as the moon moves to Leo. Everybody can be lucky today at that time of the day. Moving now to Taurus. So Taurus, things seem to be quite fine with the moon in Cancer, but when the moon moves to Leo, forming a square with your sign, you may feel a little bit kind of tense or a little bit kind of silent, quiet. You don't want to discuss things. You feel maybe anxious about something, but because Venus is there along with the moon, things may actually can be, can get easier or smoother. But somehow, if you can choose the best timing, the better timing, if you can, then please choose that time when the moon is in Cancer. And if you were born on the 14th, 15th of May, please be super cautious. Planet Mars may attract trouble. Gemini, I love this beautiful day. It doesn't matter if the moon is in Cancer or in Leo. The general vibe is when the moon is in Cancer, you're busy, or you're thinking, or your focus is on money things, on grades, on results. When the moon moves to Leo, that's when you're a little bit more productive. This is when you're very efficient. This is when you're very active. Your mental, physical energies are quite switched on. So you decide what time you want to fix those meetings. Let's move now to Cancer. I love this day, Cancer. Of course, I prefer that part of the day when the moon is in your sign. That's still noontime, universal time. This is the time when the light is green. This is a green light. This is your cue to get things done. I prefer if you wrap things up by 12 noon. Because when the moon moves to Leo, it is fine. The moon in Leo is not bad. Venus in Leo is great. It's quite helpful. But remember, the moon in Leo, or the sign Leo, represents money, represents everything you value, everything you own. Everything you think is for you is an added value. So the sun in Gemini is not helping these things that you value. So you may feel as if something of these things that you value are decreasing or going down, like, oh, it's a dip. So when the moon moves to Leo, you need to make sure that you have your eyes on your belongings. Be careful with the budget, and also make sure that you don't go into extra expenses. And no matter what happens, no matter what you hear, just keep your self-confidence unaffected, okay? You can do it. With Jupiter in your sign, you can be very lucky if you were born on the 20th, 21st of July. Leo, so the moon in Cancer slows things down. Your chores, your tasks, your meetings, everything, they seem to be on hold. It's not efficient. It's not an efficient part of day. As soon as the moon reaches your sign at noon universal time, everything starts rushing around. Emails, it's not, the application that's not opening, it opens for some reason or another. Something happens, something switches on. Everything that was on hold, it was a red light, a traffic red light, and all of a sudden, it gets fixed. Everything now, it's a green light, and everything starts moving, and you actually can even catch up with your work. So this is the effect of the moon in your sign, and that's why everything should be done under the effects of the moon in your sign. Let's move now to Virgo. So Virgo, you have to pay attention. Things are quite tricky today. You have to wake up early if you want to get things ready. If you want to get a result, if you want to get a positive answer, you have to be moving, wrapping things up before noon universal time. After that, things get to be complicated. So things will not work out as expected. You may reach your appointment, but your meeting, but somehow the one you want to talk to is not there, or your meeting is postponed. Something happens that complicate issues. You're ready, but somehow you're well ready, well prepared, but somehow you don't get that appreciation. So it's a frustrating kind of time. You don't want to go there. Try to wake up early, wrap things up. Let's move now to Libra. So Libra, I like this day, no matter where the moon is, whether it's in Cancer or in Leo. Of course, it would be easier for you to work on things, get things done, catch up with your work, resolve issues when the moon is in Leo, because it's quite it's easier to approach others. It's easier to ask for favors and help, easier to join teams and to work with teams. Whereas this is the contrary in the morning before noon. So it's up to you to decide. And it can be, with the moon in Leo, a very successful day. Scorpio, so Scorpio, the moon in Cancer is super great. It's, there are two trines to your sign. From Cancer, which is the moon and, or three actually, it's the moon, Mercury and Jupiter, three trines to your sign. This is super perfect, and this is what you need to, like if you're looking for the best of timing and you didn't do anything on Monday and Tuesday, you still have Wednesday till noon universal time. When after that, the moon moves to Leo, and this is when things really get a little bit more difficult. That same question that you get in the morning and you solve with a blink of an eye, that same question that you get in the afternoon may cause you some question marks, from others, or you may not get the right answer that suits them. That same answer was accepted. Maybe that same answer got some question marks about it, exclamation marks. So it's up to you to decide. If you're very, very ready and you cannot move your meetings, it's okay. Okay, so let's move now to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, the moon in Cancer is okay. It's all about working on things, being on time, being precise with details, looking after your interests, being on top of them. When the moon moves to Leo, you feel a little bit more relaxed, you feel better, you feel more at ease, and you think that you can trust someone to follow up with your work. This is in case you cannot. Although it's a better policy, it's a wise policy to be always on top of your own work. So basically, the moon in Leo is easier, is luckier for you. It's more helpful. It's more favorable. So if you can move your important meetings to afternoon universal time, that would be great. Capricorn, so the moon in Cancer has been torturing you or making you, all the time kind of tense, starting Monday afternoon. Um, the same vibe, will continue till Wednesday noon universal time. After that, you get a better, approach, to solving things. Although you tried your best under the effects of the moon in Cancer and you got no results, no satisfying results, the same maybe effort will get better results under the effects of the moon in Leo. Why? Because there's no more opposition from the moon. When I say the moon, I mean the energies around you. Concerning you. So basically, it's easier, just to make it short, it would be easier for you. Demanding still, yes, but more positive as an approach and more positive to reach others, starting noon universal time. Aquarius, definitely you should not wait for the moon to reach Leo, because then there will be kind of a great, energy like inside you, boiling inside you, or great energy, you feel it. The moon in Cancer is almost quiet. It is there, it's good, it's neutral, it helps you to reach your goal, but still you need to be meticulous and you need to be careful with details. And you need to be also following the rules, when the moon moves to Leo, things get a little bit kind of rough, or maybe kind of too strong, or maybe nothing, but just in case, I'm just exaggerating in order for you to get the idea. So, but luckily, you have the sun in trine with your signs. So, and Uranus, which is your ruling planet, is also in trine with your sign from Gemini. So there will be this kind of two trines that on one side they're helping you, and then the moon all of a sudden is opposing you, and you have all this energy boiling inside, strong energy. Now, if you go with your own reactions, with your own, if you precipitate into action without actually thinking positively, maybe you get in trouble. But if you hold on a little bit, if you stop and you think, this beautiful energy will help you to use the great energy that you have to win over that thing, whether it's a person, whether it's a circumstance, a condition, or whatever. So there's great energy inside you. Use it to your favor, not against you. Don't look for trouble. If you use it with a smile, you will get what you want and more. Pisces, okay, so the moon in Cancer is your best bet. If you want to go to that part of the day when the moon moves to Leo, it's your choice. Maybe you have no other choice. Actually, you have to be there in the afternoon or in the evening, whatever. It's okay. It will be busier. It will be more demanding, and you need to be on top of your work. That part of the morning, noon, before noon, universal time is easier. Things can be done, faster than that if you choose to work in the afternoon or in the evening. The choice is yours, but it can be quite fine. Wrapping it up with one on the 17th of June. This can be a beautiful year, quite helpful, very busy year, very busy year. One of those years where you really don't have time to relax, but definitely there are different choices for you to make. At least you have choices. You're not stuck with a certain routine. There will be some kind of changes, some kind of change in conditions of work or studies, or maybe house issues. That will help you decide on better things, better choices. You can do it as long as you choose what is stable for you for the long run. If you precipitate into decisions that are short-sighted, maybe you will regret it, So there are opportunities, great opportunities, beautiful opportunities that will help you go up and up and up. And most probably there will be some change in your career somehow, somewhere, or in your studies. Something is going to happen, and this would be great. And you will find these results. You will feel them almost around the end of the year that starts today. Wishing you all the best. See you tomorrow. Enjoy. Bye bye.